All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The Dynamic Disc United States Amateur Match Play Championship Shreveport Bracket Championship. My name is Ben Austin. You can refer to me as Big Ben. And also I have my partner, Eric Rasmussen.
Call me Raz. We are together, Big Raz. Here we've got Marshall Rexford, Timothy Latham coming in hot. The two top amateurs out of Shreveport competing for the prize.
Marshall's up first with the shot.
Yeah, he put too much turn on that. I know I think he's probably throwing his Hades there, maybe a crank, but he just rolled a little too much. So he made the Mando. It's the Mando on the left.
Here is Timothy or T-Money. Throws it out wide. Nice safe shot.
Big hyzer. Probably his Emperor. Got into the bowl, but I don't think it's wet, so he should be fine.
Marshall's up. A little low.
Yeah. Low and turned, and he's not going to be happy with that, especially with Timothy's distance. That might put him back one hole to go right off the start.
We're dealing with some grass issues due to COVID situation, but Timothy's got the power to get there.
Oh, my goodness. That Pampas is even with the hole. He probably just overthrew it by, 35, 40? Marshall sees some daylight after watching T-Money bomb it past.
Marshall with the up shot.
Oh, he stubbed his toe on that. He's probably still circle 2 edge on that one. Yeah. Oh, no, he must be closer because T-Money. Oh, he dropped it outside circle 1.
T-Money drops it in to win the hole and go one up.
Looked like it was
coming in hot, just like that shirt says.
Yeah, it looked like it's about 38 because you got Marshall still a little outside circle here. Marshall says bring it on. Putting for fun at that point. T-Money had already got the hole, but Marshall still wants to prove he's a great putter.
Coming up to hole 16. This is a little short par 3. T-Money with the forehand.
Yeah, that's the most common play you'll see on this one, is just on the outside. And he circles edge. You don't want to be that far left, but as long as you're not behind the tree, you still got a chance for that deuce.
This is a lefty-friendly hole.
Marshall loves those lefty. Come on. Oh, look at him.
Oh,
how
man.
Close was that? That looked like it was.
That looked like close.
A foot or two. Look at T-Money. What pressure. The match play championships, he's just dropping them in. That was probably 25 plus, and he just put it in.
All I know is I just noticed T-Money's shoes, and I like those. That's actually the ones I wear when I play. Nice New Balance speed rides. Very comfortable. Good grip.
There's a little New Balance commercial for you. T-Money. Oh, that's looking good, too. Is it enough?
Hole 17 is another short par 3, left-hand or forehand hole.
That's another circle 1. So at this point, T-Money has him, after 2 holes, T-Money's 1 up. Marshall, he pulled that, but he's still going to have a putt. Let's see.
Oh, and the roll.
Oh, he's perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, he's under 20. He's probably about 13, 14 feet here. Easy money for Marshall. Good putt, Marshall.
T-Money should have a drop in there.
Let's see if T-Money can miss and get us all tied. Miss it. I couldn't get him. Good putt, T. All right, so we still got T-Money up by 1. You can see the scoreboard on the bottom.
Coming up to 18. This is the train hole. Here we go.
Yeah, and this is another. You'll see the distance will play a factor on this hole. It's not an easy 3, but it's gettable if you can lace 2 pretty good
left,
shots
don't
together.
go out of bounds. That is a perfect spot to get in there.
That's
for the
my
3.
favorite spot to go because you have a nice easy hyzer right at the middle.
I try to go that way, but I end up doing what Marshall does, and
he might have it. Oh,
throw
no.
it out of bounds.
Look at him. He just pumped it. That was looking so good, and it wouldn't fade out. So that was an OB stroke. Did he turn it again?
Oh no.
Hurry back.
Come back. Get in. Off the road and in.
So he's putting for a 4 there, so
a little bit of opening for T-Money here. Oh, he's gonna get aggressive.
Now this is the wrong play here, Ben. I'll go ahead and call T-Money out. This is AM status.
I would agree with you, right?
You got a full backhand right up the middle, low entry. Oh, and then he's going to park it.
And then he does that.
Well, great shot, T-Money.
I guess that's why we're commentating and not playing in the championship.
Well, it's amateur, so. That was the...
I competed in this tournament, so I guess that's why I'm not playing in this.
That was an excellent shot. I think it was the wrong line. I think the backhand is the safer play there. You don't have any OB to worry about. So Marshall kind of knows at this point he's going to be down 2, because even if he makes this, T-Money's got to tap in.
Off the cage, yeah.
His putt's looking good. You just can't afford to turn one OB off the go. Got a couple followers in the back there. Ooh, he almost missed it. Still wouldn't have mattered. He had another stroke to go.
So now T-Money goes up 2 to hole 19. This is a pretty interesting hole here at Ford Park. It can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Looks like T-Money says, I got this figured out.
So the funny thing about that throw for T-Money, I play with him a lot out here. I have almost never seen him throw a flick on this hole.
Well, I think if, and we'd have to confirm with T-Money, I think he was dealing with an issue with his hand. He had a cut or a blister or something. So he had to throw a lot more forehands than normal.
Well, it's perfect forehand.
Yeah.
So Marshall didn't get quite as far right as he wants to, but he can still make this work.
Oh.
You're kind of looking at a 4 best case there.
Considering at the tree, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, he might. If T-Money parks it, he should run it because at that point, it's match play. You don't worry about losing the strokes.
Bad part about this hole is it's a very short backstop, so if you go long like... Okay.
No, he didn't. Good shot, T. There's another one. I mean, he's just on.
I know everybody was thinking it. He just went...
Marshall got there quick, threw it up. That was a great up. See, now that was a good up, but it's match play.
Right. You should have just ran
Marshall, you're running that. You should be flying past the basket. OB is irrelevant at that point. T's parked. He's going to get the 3. It's not stroke, so... Just for you guys watching out there, when you get in match play, always remember the format, what you're competing for, and what you're not penalized for.
Exactly.
So you don't want to leave opportunities out there.
So this hole 20, kind of a... So T-Money takes kind of the local route, the high hyzer. And let's see. Oh, a little deep.
Well, he's about pin high. He's a little right. He didn't quite come in enough, but the way he's putting today, I wouldn't even worry about that. He's just dropping them.
For the lefty, this is and Marshall clipped the tree, fell short. So best case scenario is probably a 3 there.
Yeah. So this isn't where Marshall wants to be. I mean, everyone can see that. But when you're falling behind early on, and the guy you're playing,
hits the pole. Look at that.
He almost put in. The guy you're playing isn't missing, and those holes are just adding up. He really needs to start hitting some shots here. Oh, that was a good putt, T.
Good putt by T-Money.
Yeah, man, that's another. That was about circle's edge again.
21 is probably one of my favorite holes out at Ford, just because it's skill and luck all combined in here. Because you got some trees to crash through, and let's see what happens. And
that was excellent.
Almost splashes it in.
So he's forced into the forehand. It sounds like what you're saying. I mean, that's gonna be a forehand anyway. But his forehand is on, so that doesn't really hurt him. See if Marshall can match him here. It's looking good. No.
Caught the low limb.
So the difference between those is only about 10 feet, but you saw T, if you get behind those crepe myrtle lines, you can kind of flex in there.
And that's why I like the hole. As a righty, I take the low route, but, it does bring that luck into it. Did you push it just far enough? So there's luck and skill combined on 21. But definitely a good putt by Marshall.
Yeah, he's in a spot there. He can't really afford to drop another stroke, especially when he's circle 1. So he converts and he holds it. I mean, you need to hope that Timothy will make a mistake here, but that was a great putt by Marshall.
T-Money turns that one over.
If that had gone through, that would have been long. He was playing that big ante. So hole 1, as long as you don't hit the first 2 or 3 trees, you can usually save the 3.
Marshall, I know he's been past couple times been going out over the road like that. And clipped the tree.
See, that's a rare mistake for Marshall. He's another one I play with often. If he misses here, he's usually missing left. He's not usually missing early. Now, he still has enough arm.
Definitely.
If he plays this right, he can still save that 3.
Yeah, because it's wide open down the road, even though it's OB left.
He's going to have to flirt with that OB a little bit.
And here it is. Let's see what happens. Looks odd.
I sawed it.
Yeah. Sawed it off, left it a little short, but that's a safe 4.
Yeah, but you're looking at a
75-foot
putt for the 3.
Fizz 4. That's more of the shot Marshall was looking for, to push it past that big pine.
And he actually
went deep.
Yeah,
wow.
He's about 35, it looked like. So this could be another push on this hole. And Marshall, you never know. Marshall could drop one here.
Marshall's been known to do that. Throwing his Lunas and left it a little short.
He just didn't give it a chance. So T's here. He looks like he's about the circle's edge, maybe a little further. Got a chance to take another one.
He needs to run it. I mean, because...
there's no penalty. Oh, my gosh.
And he says, my putting's on today.
Using those pigs.
I think he wore that shirt because he knew. Coming in hot. His putting is on fire.
It's my favorite part about his shirt is it's cut off sleeves.
Yeah.
And he's got his PDGA number on the back.
Hey, he's ready. Oh. Hole 2 is an interesting hole because, we're not going to get into is it a par 3 or a par 4, but you can either make a 2 or you can make a 6. Very interesting hole.
Yeah, in my opinion, it'd be an easy 4 or a hard 3.
Yeah.
Because you don't see many 2s. Usually it's only the open level guys that are able to get that. T-Money's got the distance for it. I bet Marshall does too. Be a longer putt probably for him because he's playing that hyzer down there. It's looking like they're both going to have an easy 3 here as long as there's no gaff.
The rocks bring in a little different perspective because you can kick off those rocks and get some nasty rolls, but most of the time it'll settle in on those rocks.
Oh, yeah.
T-Money.
He didn't want to hit that tree on the right, but
gives it a half bid.
He's fine there. Yeah, he's still 10 feet.
Marshall with a drop in for the push. T-Money's up 5. That's...
He got a 3 on 15 and 18. So at this point, you're really seeing T-Money play flawless round of golf. 2's a gettable hole, but, he's birdieing everything pretty much but 2.
Yeah, if T-Money's throwing a forehand on this hole, he's probably dealing with the finger issues. This is a...
Yeah, and that's the play I've gone to lately. Once you make it past this first section here, the most wide open part of the fairway is that ante line, and it's actually the same throw Marshall's trying for. They're both trying to turn it in that open fairway. The right side, most people play that right side, but there's just more in the way,
Yeah, I was going to say you're blocked off by trees and all this over, as you can see.
Yeah, neither of them quite committed on those shots. They weren't wildly off. If they had committed a little more, either the forehand or the turnover backhand, they would have had it.
T-Money's got to look though.
Look at him. Oh, yeah, missed.
And
he's loving it.
Puts another one in. Yeah, Timothy's playing pretty flawless golf right now.
Yeah, so if you're Marshall,
I definitely agree with you.
If you're Marshall, at this point that you can't allow any to get away, and you need T-Money to start making some mistakes.
You kind of have to almost go for broke here.
Oh, that was a good looking forehand. I wonder if T-Money would just be a better golfer if he only flicked it.
I don't know. He can launch it backhanded, but man,
he has got some great control with his forehand.
His forehand is on to, and
Marshall hits another early tree. Let's see.
I've played with Marshall a lot, and he's actually the one that beat me out of this tournament. So if he takes a deep breath, I know he has the skills to come back and definitely make a match out of this. But Timothy, he's on fire today. Yeah,
at this point you're seeing T-Money play good golf, maybe even great golf, and you're seeing Marshall playing mediocre to bad. He's not playing good. So the score is definitely, representing that. So he missed that a little bit. The way he's putting, we'll see if he can't pick that up.
Marshall a little.
Yeah, he missed that too, but he's still circle 1. He's on the edge. T-Money's got to have another right at circle edge, if not outside circle 1 putt.
To go up another hole.
To go up to 7. And they probably only played about 9 holes at this point. Oh, yeah. Man. What is he doing?
And that was a straddle putt, so he's not even...
No, he's just
straddle, stagger, it's on today.
And you'll have those days. Everybody knows them. It feels like you can't miss a putt. The basket feels bigger, and it looks like that's what T-Money's kind of walking through right now.
And kind of the bad part I can feel for him. Marshall...
He's putting good.
Yeah, he's not. He's like
His throws are hurting him, but his putt is looking strong.
He probably feels the constant pressure because it's T-Money's playing. Oh,
yeah, he cut it a little early there, and that's a common mistake. That's the line I'm throwing, and you really have to push the outside. The temptation is, if you push the outside too much, you can't make it back to the basket. So when you run that ace line, and Marshall's doing it here too, you really got to. You really got to attack that inside and hit it with a flat skip to get it all the way to the basket.
I would say this would be one where Marshall could get a shot back, but the way T-Money's been putting,
it should be a stroke back. T-Money needs to miss one sooner or later. There he is. There's a miss. All right, Marshall. Marshall's got about a 15-foot, maybe less cleanup here, and he'll get one back. And now he basically at this point has to continue this form, and he's got to see T-Money with some more misses.
And that's good though. In match play, hey, one hole, one missed putt, if that throws Timothy F. Marshall can chip away each hole and just slowly get it back.
Well, yeah, when you're not dealing with score, momentum is such a huge thing in match play. And you and I both grew up ball golfing.
Exactly.
So you see this, you see this and that, and you've watched people come back. Match play still a little newer to disc golf. You don't see as many tournaments that format. So that's kind of another miss.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a miss as well. So if Marshall
why did T-Money throw first?
I'm not sure on that one either.
Stole Marshall's box.
It looks like Marshall's going to be nestled up close.
Maybe Marshall and they both probably just got so used to it.
Marshall left it short.
Maybe the role in match play for this is whoever's still ahead will throw first. I don't know. I would assume it's regular disc golf rules.
And he was right on, just left it a little
Yeah,
low.
and again, it looked like a good putt. He just didn't quite commit. And T-Money's probably going to put this in, kind of switch the momentum back over. He just lost a hole, and he's about to get it right back. And so Marshall, the hole Marshall needs to dig himself out of. You can't go right back on one.
And we're entering a stretch on Ford where there are some gettable holes, but it's gettable for both parties. And this is the strong part of T-Money's game, is his distance and power.
Yeah, and he didn't commit to that. I've seen him throw to the basket on this one, and he just, the worry is the turnover, so he didn't quite put enough on it. So you got to think they're both probably going to 3 this hole, and that's a great.
It almost flexed out.
That's the same thing he did on hole 18 earlier. And maybe even the same thing he did on the 15, the first hole. When Marshall's going full power right now, his form's looking good, his power's looking good, but he's almost just rolling and following through.
And Marshall's got some power. I've seen him.
Oh yeah.
With that lefty, he'll flex him out there. Oh,
sit down. Great approach. Yeah, a little long, but the way he's putting, I think he's probably got that one too. Now T-Money, he's a lot closer than I thought he was when he threw it. That's a sneaky distance for Timothy. Let's see.
Kind of a half jump putt throw thing.
Yeah, and that's about 8 feet short, 10 feet short where he landed, but he'll have an easy 3.
See if Marshall's able to.
Oh no. Yeah, his approach was way further back than I thought, and that's not a gimme. Pressure's on. You need to make a putt, and you're 35 putting for the par.
Yeah, and I think that was right there. That was the match. T-Money is now up with 8, and there's only 7 holes left.
Oh wow!
And so that was kind of the match. So, obviously, congratulations.
He had to win out. Marshall had to win out at that point.
Congratulations to Timothy T-Money Latham. He won the Shreveport bracket, so he is actually advancing on to the regionals, which they are going to be playing. And honestly, I mean, and there he almost made that.
Add an insult to injury. He's about to try to put another. And that was again a standstill straddle.
Yeah.
It's like I said, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. So Marshall, right after the point when he can't miss another hole, then he starts playing. You see him pick up the first hole after the pressure's gone, and that may have been what it was for him today. Both these guys really want to win. There's a chance to go into regionals and compete.
And there's money involved. I mean, you win first place here, you win some store credit to Dynamic Disc, but if you win. Oh, and Marshall with the shot.
I feel bad for Marshall because at this point you're kind of looking at it and saying there's probably some nerves because you have it as soon as he knows it's out of reach. No, he's good.
Oh, it's a pole. Never mind.
As soon as he knows it's out of reach, then he's just. This is what Marshall does. He's throwing normal. So that's where Marshall's got to work on getting those nerves under control. Regardless of the circumstances of the day, just play within your realm, play within your game. 2 tap-ins. Easy 2. So Marshall's still got the box here. Now he's turning these over. Let's see if he can keep this one from flipping over. He does.
A little better, yeah.
That's a good shot.
Down there in a good spot.
He didn't throw it as far as he wanted to, but on this one, you're not going to get the 2 probably. And so as long as you keep yourself in the fairway, a reasonable chance. Now on hole 4 earlier.
Oh, clips a tree.
Oh, gosh, and that would have been OB.
Yeah.
Was that OB for this?
So he's behind the tree. Now something tells me with the way he's been playing, and there it is.
It was it was pretty good from there from one neon. He's probably still 280, 300 out.
And you mentioned the nerves. When you start getting in this championship, I mean, the winner from this goes on to play in the state championships, and the winner of state, I mean, you win either $250 or $500 in store credit,
Yeah.
plus a trip to Kansas to play in the Nationals. And
There
if
you
you
go,
win that,
Marshall.
you win discs for life from Dynamic Discs, along with 18 veteran baskets, and they come and put in a course wherever you have the property.
Well, let's hope if T-Money can pull it off, he puts them in it forward, because we all know these baskets need help. This basket you're seeing right now has gotten mowed over since then, and we've had it replaced.
Yes.
Hole 4, we actually weren't able to play the normal long basket because it had gotten stolen. We've had crazy stuff happen with our baskets out here. Marshall loves this play on this hole.
And the spike hyzer from the...
That was pretty dang good. Yeah, you won't see many people throwing on the outside, and they both did it. T-Money's throwing that forehand. Marshall has the natural lefty. But most people have to go up the gut on this because they can't get to the hole on that.
I can't tell you how many times I've threw the disc over the fence. So it's a very tight tunnel there. But if you have the power to go out to the left, it's wide open. You can throw a backhand. Oh, and does he make that? Oh, man.
It's a great run.
Great run.
Yeah, that was probably about 50, maybe even more. So Marshall's got a chance to get another stroke back here. And again, we're past the point that it matters.
Oh, and he still...
Yeah. His putting stroke still didn't look like a bad putt. He just didn't quite follow through, and it kind of caught low.
And I know Marshall's disappointed with his round, obviously, but, I mean, neither of them are playing, like, bad golf. I mean, Marshall has some... But
Marshall's playing. I mean, as many early trees as he hit.
Yeah.
He's definitely not throwing his good game. The last 3 or 4 holes he's played pretty good, but that early start, when the other guy's playing lights out, you can't really afford to slip.
And you can see right there, T-Money kind of pulls over on that one. I saw his hand kind of flare out. I think his hand was starting maybe to hurt him a little bit there.
Yeah, and actually, if you like you're talking about, I haven't think about that. After the first couple holes, he's not only not throwing backhands, but when he has thrown them, they haven't really worked.
He's thrown a lot of forehands.
Let's see.
Marshall
might be able to get another one here. Great shot, Marshall. So, this is more if Marshall had played this game the whole time.
Oh, absolutely.
LT wasn't far. Yeah, so there's another push.
I guess that should have been my comment was take away the first 5 holes where T-Money went up 5 holes to none, and they're probably neck and neck now because Marshall's playing good golf now.
Well, and you look at T-Money's putting too. We've maybe seen him miss 1 expected putt, and he's made 2 or 3 unexpected ones. So that's like 5 or 6 strokes right there when you're not missing any circle 1 and you're making a couple circle 2. And that's in the range. You're looking about 25. Let's see what T-Money can do here.
Forehand, you want to push it just a little past that second pine tree from the left, but
he sawed off just a bit. He and Marshall going to be in a similar spot there.
Oh, and he hit the tree.
Yeah, he put a lot on that. That probably would have made it to the Pampas if it hadn't hit the tree. T-Money's considerably closer. So this is our last hole?
Oh, we got one hole left.
One more after this.
And so, they're both kind of just finishing out the round. Just want to see how everything went. I think when they go back and added up the scores. And he missed it.
So he finally gapped. Yeah, and it's at the point it doesn't matter. And that was one of his shorter putts. It's maybe 15 feet, and he just missed it.
So I know it's the last hole, and I don't know if we'll see the final total. Oh, and Marshall throws a beautiful drive.
See, now that's Marshall's regular game.
Yes.
And I know mentality plays in for all of us, but if he had thrown like that all the day, we would have had a lot closer game. And look at T-Money, ran out of gas. Maybe he just doesn't care anymore. That was terrible.
Yeah. I think
it's his worst shot of the round.
And I think even though T-Money is, he's throwing these past several holes, he's throwing terrible. He's missing little putts. He still ended up shooting over 10 down today. So, he played really good golf.
Solid golf.
Oh, and Marshall with a good 2 to pick up another one there.
You got a little redemption there, Marshall, because you finished out taking 2 of the last 2 holes.
So
there he goes, the fist bump with the putt.
And the last coming in hot from T-Money. There it is.
Great round, T-Money.
So, great round from both T-Money and Marshall. Congratulations both. We had an elbow bump. Social
Corona
distance.
Bump. So that wraps it up for us here.
Yeah, I'm Big Ben. There's the final scores of 56. Marshall had the 62. Raz, it was great doing commentary with you. Hope we'll get to do it again.
Absolutely. Great job, Paige, on the filming.
Yes, Paige
Videography was great.
with the filming. Great job there, guys. Thank y'all so much. T-Money, good luck in the state and regionals, and get us some new baskets for Ford.
Yeah. Thanks for all the guys who participated, and we'll see y'all around on the course.